lesson 44, linear regressions. In this lesson, we're going to write an accurate linear regression using our graphing calculators and accurately state the coefficient and its context in the problem. So this is going to be something that you have to learn by doing. I'll give you all the steps to type into the calculator, but it's going to feel jumbly at first because you're going to look at each step and have to type in, and until you've done it a few times, it's going to feel a little bit clunky, but that's okay. So here are all the steps that you're going to do on your graphing calculator. You're actually going to start by hitting stat edit. Matter of fact, let's get a calculator out here. All right, I'm going to show you how to get a free calculator that you can use on your computer. You're going to go to testnav.com, and when you do, it's going to look like this as a page. Hit start, hit start again. And up in this top corner, next to that little arrow cursor, you're going to see a little calculator. Hit that, and boom, we have a calculator that we can use that looks just like the TI-84, and that's awesome. So we're going to use that with these steps here today. So again, it's going to feel clunky, and all I'm going to do for this example is just show you where the buttons are. So starting off, you're going to look for the stats edit button, and the stat button is by our circle. So there's stats, and you're going to hit edit, and that's going to lead you to where you're going to enter in your values, your L1s and your L2s. So your L1s are your X values and your L2s will be your Y values. So when you see points, you're going to put all those points in there. Once you have those points, you're going to hit stat and move over to calc and move down to the line of regression. That's the one that you want to find. Once you hit that, you're going to get all the data that you need, and you're going to look for the part that gives you the A for the slope and the B for your y-intercept. That way you can write your equation. So what is a linear regression? Sometimes you'll hear the term line of best fit, and that basically means a line that comes closest to all the points in the data set in the scatter plot. And that might seem weird because all our points might be spread out. So this one line represents all the data. It's the closest approximation to all of the points. And the way to find the linear regression is by using our graphing calculator. When you enter all the points into your calculator, it will give you two values that are really significant. It will give you the value A, which will represent the slope, and B for the y-intercept, and finally R for the correlation coefficient. Okay, so let's say you took in all that statistical data and you followed up the steps. You're going to get a page that looks like this. This is what you want, and you can see what we're looking for is that A, and that's the slope of a line. So our slope is 10, our intercept is B equals 0.1. So if I needed to write this as an equation, y equals mx plus b, we'd have everything we need. So A is 10.5x plus 0.1. So that's what we want. So our R in this case, looking at the correlation coefficient, the R is equal to 0.999. So it's very, very close to approaching 1, which would make this a stronger correlation. Okay, so let's look at our first problem. I'm going to model this with you. Joey recorded his heart rate in beats per minute after doing the different numbers of jumping jacks. His results are shown in the table. State the linear regression equation that estimates the heart rate per number of jumping jacks. State the correlation coefficient of the linear equation to the nearest hundredth, and explain the correlation the coefficient suggests in the context of the problem. So I'm going into my calculator, I'm hitting stats, I'm going to edit, and you notice I've already put in all the points for X under L1 and for Y under L2. Once I hit that, I'm done with that. I can hit stat again, move over to calc, and go down to up there. That's what I want, where it's ax plus b. I want L1, L2 for Y. Just go down to calculate, and there it is. That's the information I want. So y is equal to 1.72x plus 69.4. My correlation coefficient R is equal to 0.967. I want it to nearest hundredths, so 0.97. That is very close to 1. The R is close to 1, which suggests a strong positive correlation. So this is very, very close together, and it just goes back to what we were talking about here. The R is over here is almost a perfect straight line, so that's a positive correlation. All right, and that's it for today's lesson, Math Marbles. I hope you found this super helpful. Use this calculator function app. It's super helpful. Now, I will say that the first time I did this, I didn't see R and I started freaking out. And I was like, where is it? So if you do this and you only see the A, B, and no R, then what you would do is you would hit the second, this blue button, and over to 0 catalog. And you're gonna have to go all the way down until you find diagnostic on. So you're gonna have to keep on going down. So again, if you don't see R, do this. And once you get to on, you're gonna hit enter twice, and then it's done. Then when you go to your stats, you'll be able to see it on your list. Okay, so don't freak out if you don't. I didn't at first, and I freaked out, and I had to look it up. But that's it for today's lesson, Math Marbles. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Be well.